Hi there everyone, I'm Lydia Livingstone, Fire News UK, great fan at UK. This is my video diary on the 25th of March. Well, yesterday an ambulance was called because I was going through yet more pain on top of pain. And basically, a doctor did phone us back, which I'm very grateful for. My partner helped me do a YouTube video for last night. And at that point, it was 8 hours that we were waiting to hear back from someone. Well, when a phone call did come from a doctor, it was 10 hours later. My partner had obviously gone to work. He works 2 nights a week in a care home. And that was, I went to bed. I was in a lot of pain. I had what felt like cramps in my legs. And underneath me just felt more and more painful. Well, today I had the confidence and I got in the shower. And in so doing, it appears that there's more sores, or it's turned to a darkened colour. This is concerning. Yesterday, as I say, it was a phone call, thanks to the NHS, and that was 10 hours after the initial phone call to 111. And, it just meant I had to go to bed in pain. And that's not the way I wanted it at all. On top of that, today, the nurses came out, they were concerned, and took a couple of pictures. I had the confidence later on in the day to get onto my commode and go through to the bathroom. But in so doing, coming back from the bathroom to bed, to put my pad on and that, the colour had changed from underneath me, from to a red, quite a dark red, which is concerning, to say the least, as we've done everything we can to try and minimise pressure sores, that kind of thing. I've now got a pressure ulcer on my hip. I've now got all these sores or darkened colour when it comes to my underneath me where I sit down. I'm planning to go for an earlier night tonight, and I'm just sort of hoping for the best. I am told that the nurses will be back out on Thursday, but good luck to them because it could be any time over Easter for all I know. Am I looking forward to Easter? Well, I won't be painting any Easter eggs. People say, oh, in the bedroom you've got all these eggs up. They're obviously plastic decoration. What people might not notice is that they're in that bedroom all the time. I have them up all year round. I like to, it reminds me of good things, chocolate eggs and Easter and the beginning of new life. I mean, I have to admit, I've been very, very depressed, almost tearful, and now that another soul, we've been desperately trying to cope and manage as, it's come through, and it is difficult when you're going through that reality and you're living through it. My whole life is in the living room, my TV, everything, my internet, everything that I need to do day to day to keep myself going and my mental health is all in this room, and I can't transfer this room into my bedroom. Just won't be possible, and it would be very costly as well. I wanted a new floor for my living room, and the flooring I wanted that would have been very good is £4,000, and obviously that was not practical. And on top of that, emptying the bedroom to move things into the living room is hard. I mean, I'm hoping it will heal, but I've been put on a course of antibiotics now. A doctor phoned us back after seeing some pictures the nurse had taken, and apparently I'm gonna see someone again. But you don't know what's happening with the NHS. 10 hours. You just won't think it, and then doctor phoned us back, which I'm really glad they did, and the nurse is concerned. Apparently, somebody else might be out in a couple of days' time, but how many days? How many hours? You just don't know. I was hoping to go to a church service over Easter, well, two actually. Those were the only times I was going to go out, but no, I'm in doubt because if under there it's going to get more painful, that's going to mean it's harder for me to get out and about, which is really upsetting. All I can do is take it a day at a time and see where I get up to, see where things take me. I mean, I'm in the wheelchair now. I know I won't be long before I'm going off to bed, But what I will say is I just want to cry at times. The whole thing just gets too much. And it gets on top of me and I just want to cry. You know, I can't live my life in the bedroom. You know, it would, and I don't want to be bed bound. I don't want to be facing these things. I'm in my late 40s. I'm not 70 or 80. I've got a lot of life within me, but at the same time is I couldn't take part in the local run here that was happening. It was like a marathon thing, Frank. Like a marathon thing that was going on. I had to pull out because, you know, all this pain, now it's morphine. What's it going to be next? I'm not trying to have a rant, but I am depressed, and I think anyone would be. But I have to say to myself, Frank, I have to say to myself, take one day at a time, and I use a neurolinguistic technique, which is, well, I've had a terrible, rotten day, one of the worst days of my life. That's how I genuinely feel. And I have to say to myself, well, today was an unlucky kind of day, but you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. That's a little technique. Some call it mindfulness, but it's actually NLP, neurolinguistic programming technique. So that's my video diary for today. And I hope everything's going to be all right. Bye, everyone.